Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your March 2024 mid-month general reading. We're looking roughly at the last half of March, and this reading is for the air sign of Libra. I hope everyone's doing well. Thanks so much for being here. So, Libra, last half of March for you, 2024. That's if your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign is in Libra. If you're cross-watching for a Libran, it is also relevant. Of course, it's a general reading, so it may resonate a little differently for everyone. If you know all your sign placements, sun, moon, rising, Venus, watch those videos as well because it can bring in additional insight or perspective on your own situation. And if something really does resonate with you, it really does hit home, and you'd like to take a deeper look at something, or you simply like the reading style, if you're interested in a reading with me, a personal reading with me for yourself or as a gift for someone else, please feel free to email me directly, Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. You can find that contact info attached to the description or the title of this video. I would love to hear from you. I do offer a pretty wide variety of readings, all areas of life, different types, lengths, costs, styles, spreads. There's something in there for everyone. And I can usually get back to you the same day or within 24 hours with that information. And I work pretty diligently at timely scheduling too. So email me if you're interested. Let's move right into this and see what the last half of March 2024 looks like for you, Libra. I am using the Royal Deluxe Tarot, clarifying with the Gilded Tarot, both decks by artist Cyril Marchetti, for those of you for whom such things hold interest. Okay, Libra. We begin with the Eight of Cups. Turning your back on, walking away from something that has either run its course or it's simply turned out differently than what you thought it might have been in the beginning. The next card, of course, would be the Nine of Cups, which is your heart's desire, your wish fulfillment, what you want most. So here in the preceding card, we've decided that something, person, place, situation, relationship, is not to our benefit or for our joy and fulfillment. So you're turning your back and you're walking away or thinking about it or making plans to do so, or some of you may be in process of doing it, in order to find your heart's desire, even if you don't necessarily know how it's going to work out or what direction you're going in. One thing you know is that the situation you're currently in or walking away from is not it. With that, we have the Ace of Swords. So the Ace of Swords is kind of like the light bulb, the epiphany, right? Seeing the light, seeing the truth being revealed, seeing something from a new perspective. And that starts off the opportunity to begin walking down a new path, because aces represent a new start, a new path. And if what you see here, realizing it, this is kind of like the Ace of Swords with the Eight of Cups, it's kind of like realizing, this isn't for me. This is done. Or this is never going to be what I thought perhaps in the beginning it was going to be. Now, that may be a truth that's difficult, challenging, or even painful. But because of that illumination, because of that insight, you have the opportunity in that energetic space to make choices and decisions, to walk down a different path, thus creating a healthier, more joyful reality for yourself moving forward. Next, we have the Devil. And right next to the Eight of Cups, this probably represents what the unhappy or unpleasant or unfulfilling, not right for you situation is. Because the Devil represents people, places, situations, addictions, obsessions, habits, patterns, which are not healthy for us, but are cyclical. And the Devil pulls us back into it often, and this is how the Devil card energy, the energy of whatever it represents, how it enslaves and entraps us, because there is a temptation in the Devil. There's something alluring about it, something that keeps pulling us back in and tempts us, saying, well, you need this, or if this just, But ultimately, it becomes habit, and then it's not healthy, which is why the Devil card often shows up for addictions, obsessions, unhealthy habits, unhealthy patterns, mental health issues sometimes. something persistently unhealthy, but that tempts us by trying to convince us we need it. With that Devil card, we have the Knight of Coins, or Pentacles, the Knight of Earth. So knights represent offers and opportunities for change, the speed at which situations move. All of the knights have a mission, a quest, something they're hoping to achieve, right, an objective. And they all move pretty quickly. But the Knight of Coins, or the Knight of Earth, moves a little bit slower than the other brother knights because he's cautious. He's, persistent. He pays more attention to detail, very hard worker, willing to put the effort in. I feel here like this kind of sums up the situation that you've seen isn't healthy for you and you need to leave, or you may be in process of this already. I feel like the Devil and the Knight of Coins, for many of you, it's challenging because there's something in the situation that says, well, if I just keep going, if I'm just keep being faithful, if I just keep throwing myself at it, if I just somehow the situation's going to work in your favor. Somehow the situation's going to be what you want it to be. But it's an illusion, right? Next we have, and this can be anything. I mean, it could be, we have water, we have air, we have earth. It could be a job, it could be a relationship, it could be a project, it could be anything really. Next we have the Two of Wands. So twos usually represent that crossroads energy, right? Duality, standing at a crossroads, at a fork in the road, represents choices, options. This is the Two of Wands, and Wands is governed by the element of fire. So typically it's making a choice of action, taking action on something, making that choice and taking action based on that choice. With the Two of Wands, we have strength. This is facing your fears, your doubts, your insecurities. Also wrestling with your shadow self, which is a phrase used, It really kind of means taking an honest, sometimes difficult look at the part we've had to play in this situation. What's my responsibility in this situation? What part have I had to play in this situation? Facing that and walking through that. Facing our fears means walking through them. Doesn't mean running away from them or ignoring them. It means doing the thing we're afraid to do, facing that. Facing our part in what brought us to this point. So this whole reading is about kind of facing up to something that perhaps has been difficult to face up to. And whatever the details of your particular situation is, because this is a general reading, the thing that this situation is could be anything. We've got fire, we've got earth, we've got all the elements here: fire, earth, water, air. And then we have two major arcana cards, the Devil and Strength. So it's having the strength to break the cycle, to walk away from that temptation that tells you, but if I just did this, if I just stopped doing that, if I just, right? Having the strength to make a decision to leave this situation, or make plans to leave this situation. From the bottom of the deck, the overall energy, which makes total sense, is the Ten of Wands. Overall energy, overall focus for the last half of March, Libra. So swords, governed by the element of air, which governs our mind, our intellectual landscape, which means how we think, our perceptions, perspectives, our belief systems and ideologies, because that drives what we believe our reality to be and how we react or act to that reality. So tens represent also a cycle ending, or a cycle coming full circle. So the Ten of Swords is kind of coming to, which we see here with the Eight of Cups and the Ace of Swords. This is a wake-up call, coming to the challenging, perhaps even painful realization that something is at an end, that it's run its course, or kind of waking up to the truth that it's not going to be what we perhaps originally thought it was going to be. What we've been telling ourselves that it could be if only, right? Let's clarify just a little bit. Let's clarify that overall energy of the Ten of Swords. Strength again, and the Two of Pentacles. It's the same as Strength and the Two of Wands. So not only facing this, but having the strength, courage, wisdom, humility to face our fears and to move through what's been keeping us stuck there. Let's take a look at that Eight of Cups and Ace of Swords. The Devil again, and the Six of Wands. Six of Wands is a card of victory, triumph, success after a battle, after a challenge. Again, this is what you're waking up to. Whatever the situation is for you, Libra, you're waking up to seeing that you've been living in this falsehood or illusion that if you just battled hard enough, long enough, if you just worked hard enough, if you just kept throwing yourself at this over and over again, that somehow you're going to win in the end, that it's going to work out for you, that you're going to be recognized, acknowledged, appreciated. Clarify the Devil and the Knight of Coins. The Magician, the Five of Pentacles, the Hanging Man. That if you just were smart enough, if you just were more capable, more resourceful, if you could just take the time to perhaps see something that you weren't going to see before, that you didn't see before, that somehow you would succeed, that you wouldn't feel left out anymore, that you wouldn't feel like you had to beg for everything that you need, that you wouldn't feel like the third wheel on the outside. If you just, right? All the stories, all the little whisperings that the Devil card represents. But if only this, if you just change that, if you just change this, eventually it'll happen. But it's not. And you're waking up to that here. Let's take a look at that. Two of Wands and Strength. Knight of Wands, yep, taking action and not wasting any time about it either, being very decisive and assertive about it. Yeah, Eight of Swords and the Eight of Cups again. The Eight of Swords, this is what's been holding you back. The Eight of Swords is, the energy that kind of the Devil controls. The Eight of Swords says, well, I can't because of, I can't walk away from the situation because I've had so much invested in it. Did you really? What are you getting out of that investment, right? But those swords, those ideas, those thoughts, that ideology are saying, well, I can't because of all these external challenges, and I can't, because that's what the Eight of Swords is about. The Eight of Swords represents kind of a victim of feeling trapped, feeling held hostage, feeling helpless to change your circumstances because you feel like there's too many challenges or that there's external circumstances that are just too difficult for you to go through. But remember that swords is all about how we think. The only thing that's actually keeping this woman or man trapped in these swords is the ideas themselves, the perspective that she can't free herself because nobody else is keeping her in there except herself. So it's about having the strength to go, really to take charge of your own destiny, to take charge of, to say, I am responsible, to boss up and say, I'm responsible for either my happiness or my misery by the choices I make and the action I take or the actions I don't take and the choices I don't make, right? Ultimately, it's about taking control of that and not allowing, the Devil card whisperings, to kind of keep you stuck. So let's end with some advice, guidance, feedback from Spirit. And I think that most, if not all of us, have been through a situation like this at least once, where we desperately want to cling to the thing, but we really know that it's not the thing for us. And it's about having the strength and courage to break free from the lies, from the illusions, from the temptation, from feeling like we're helpless and saying, you know what, no matter how difficult or challenging it might be, I am breaking free from this so that I can open up the possibility and potential for a better future for myself. Advice, guidance, feedback from Spirit for Libra. The Fool, starting a brand new cycle, taking a risk, stepping out of your comfort zone onto a whole brand new unknown path. Leap of faith. The Emperor, taking responsibility for your own life, your own happiness. The Ten of Swords again. Facing up to it, realizing it, and that it's time to lay this burden down. You've been carrying it for quite a long time. Maybe in the beginning it wasn't heavy, it was just 1 wand or 2 wands, and you were glad, happy even, to carry them. But over time it's become 3 wands, 4 wands, 5 wands, 8 wands, 9 wands, and it's so heavy. It's time to lay it down, Libra. Step off the beaten path, take a chance. Fortune always favors the brave. Spirit will favor that as well. All right, I'm going to leave it there. Libra, those are your messages for the last half of March 2024. I hope you found them useful, helpful, clarifying, validating, gave you something to think about. Again, if it did resonate with you and you'd like to pull the curtain back a bit and take a deeper look at it, or the reading style resonates with you, if you're interested in a personal reading with me for yourself or for a gift for someone else, please email me, Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. You can see that email address by clicking the description or the title of this video. I would be delighted to hear from you and to work with you. I will see you all in a couple of weeks for the April general readings. Until then, stay well, stay safe, and I hope to see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.